we'll start off with a quick rundown of where we were last time.
Yes.
And that entailed a run through the Blowtorch dive bar, where you picked up a job from a nervous gentleman who hired you to protect him while he delivered some information on a USB thumb drive. You didn't have a chance to make that delivery, and though we kind of ran short on time and ran through a few things a bit quickly at the end.
Sorry about that.
No, it's okay. And it's my fault as well. I mean, it's a balance of trying to keep things moving and making sure everybody has a chance to explore their actions. But
On that note, in regards to this session, don't feel like we have to push it forward. Like, feel free to break this into as many sessions as we want to, because I'm pretty sure everyone's enjoying this enough to stretch it out for as much as you're willing to.
Right on. So, through a bit of investigation, a bit of research, poking around, you guys were able to come up with a few items of knowledge. Namely, that the information on the drive is sought after by NASA and may possibly be sensitive information of either NASA origin or perhaps a competitor of NASA. Or perhaps NASA is the competitor and they're trying to get on their hands on whomever's info it is. Basically, you guys learned that a netrunner was hired to crack into a database and retrieve the information which was put on the thumb drive. That netrunner ended up dead. Whomever had that netrunner put the information or hack the data fortress to steal the information, the netrunner himself ended up dead after the fact. Whomever hired him to do that action then took the information and had it encrypted through another like a techie. You guys were able to find that guy. That was Gary Ottman, and he lived above the electronics store, and basically described the nervous guy that ran into you. It came to him and requested that the information on the drive be encrypted. In asking around and trying to get some people to agree to unlock the information on the drive, it was determined that whatever the information was belonged to ESA, the European Space Agency, and it was supposed to go to ESA. The encryption on the thumb drive is extremely difficult to crack, and upon a multiple attempt to find someone to go through the drive, a final offer was requested of millions of dollars for making that happen, because it was deemed that sensitive and that dangerous.
$2 million, if I remember correctly.
Correct. So after you guys spent a day or so poking around, running down leads, talking to contacts, basically going wherever you could to find information on what was happening, You return to your apartment at Serafina's place, and only to find, upon getting to the top of the 19th floor and getting into the building, the Asian gentleman who was in the bar, the blowtorch, who watched everything go down in the blowtorch and then just casually walked away, sitting on your couch, unperturbed at the number of people who entered the room and clearly feeling confident in his situation. He indicated that he wanted, on behalf of his employer, you guys to finish the job, deliver the information, and offered $100,000 per person to complete the job, leaving you an envelope on the table. The envelope contained boarding passes to Crystal Palace Orbital Station, 2 nights accommodations at the Crystal Palace Hilton Hotel, an unmarked smart card or debit card, and a small business card on which was written Saturday, the 22nd of July, 4 p.m., room 73A/2/5N. And that's where you guys really kind of left off. This guy just, like a ninja, dips out of the window, off of the couch after he drops the envelope, and it completely disappears into the night without a trace.
Do we have that information you said that was left behind? Do we have that sitting around as a handout?
Yeah, it should be in roll 20 as a handout for you guys.
Envelope, I see, yeah, I see.
I say the guy looks trustworthy, and we should listen to him.
What's the unmarked cred chip smart card?
Exactly that. It is, you recognize it as being a cred chip card. Something that would do electronic transfer of electronic funds, like Euro dollars.
That's how they intend to pay us.
It is basically kind of like an unmarked Visa or MasterCard. You don't have any indication of what's on it or it's silver with black trim.
So we're all standing in the upper room. The guys just jumped out. I'm assuming that's where we're all kind of chilling at the moment.
In the apartment on the 19th floor? Correct.
Well, Tetsuo kind of strolls over, has a look at the contents of the envelope, passes it around the group. Just we're all established about what's going on. And it was $100,000, right?
Each.
$100,000.
100,000 kibble bars.
It's a lot of money.
Oh, all the kibble for days.
But
We'd never have to worry about food ever again.
Tetsuo think we get more. He looks around the room, glancing an eye towards Sarah and Renko.
I don't know if these are the kinds of guys that you double cross.
They're giving away free money. What's not to like?
How about it not us that double cross? How about we pit the big bulls against another?
I don't understand this, Chink.
I said I said we get
I'm sorry, I'll stop.
listen up, lady boy.
Bigger dick than you, Chinky.
I said they be offering $100,000. What, for 5? 4? 5? For 5. $500,000. And Tetsuo, he say that small change. Tetsuo think NASA and European space people, you think they might have a little interest in running. I think we should maybe talk to NASA and their competitors, and we maybe make a bit more money.
This space game is out of my hands. I don't want any of this. I have my kibble, and I'm happy.
Ha! You're a big time player.
Anyone else gonna step up to the plate?
Tetsuo kind of makes sense. We could get a lot more out of this if we play these two people against each other.
I mean, they're not gonna offer us big bucks first time, and we got $100,000. They're small change.
Well, considering that one man was able to sneak in here from such a very low spot, without anyone really noticing, I'm sure they would have no problem just kind of killing all of us if they really wanted to.
Yeah, I need to get my security fucking sorted.
Yeah.
Fucking bullshit.
Why I pay you rent? I pay you rent, you look after my stuff. My bike
don't
better
have
be
money.
okay. My bike better be okay.
You don't have money, you pay rent.
I pay good money rent.
Tetsuo paying kibble. Tetsuo no money.
Actually, he is the only one that's paid me rent so far.
Hold on, you're outside of sorry.
No, that's right. I did actually. Tetsuo paid rent. What was it? $50? how much Tetsuo paid rent? $50 a week. Tetsuo already pay up front.
Okay.
And a kibble bar.
Oh, that's delicious.
Right. So... maybe we should see if we can find someone who can decrypt this chip. What about the guy who originally encrypted it to begin with?
How, you mean Ed? Wasn't that his name?
Guess so?
Are we talking about guy who gave Tetsuo job that bar? Isn't he still alive? We should probably go find him. How many days we got before this flight?
Well, one of you guys is a techie, yeah?
No, he not here. He not here.
Break out character for a second.
He's not here. He's not here at the moment.
Well, somebody could play off him and roll on his behalf. We could have you roll on his behalf.
Well, what are we going to do with him, actually? We're going to make it that he goes away or something. For some reason or another.
No, he can be alongside you guys. We'll just say he's a really quiet guy.
Let's think, right now, basically, as it stands, we've got two companies. Now, that the information on that chip you said was going to the European... What now?
European Space Agency,
okay,
ESA.
So the ESA, and it was going... Was it going from NASA to the ESA, or was it just going to the ESA? Okay. So, basically, what Tetsuo's thinking, and he's mentioned this in passing, or we've talked about this in passing and just a little bit here and there, is we're wanting to get in touch, we're thinking about getting in touch with NASA, and for that we'll need Sarah's contacts to try and find someone who can get in touch with there. And we're not really sure where we're going to do it yet, but we're wanting to make a point of contact with NASA and let us know that the ESA has been in touch with us.
And we want to Ocean's 11 it.
Every part of this seems like a bad idea. Let's do it.
So, what's the plan again?
This is why I told you to show up earlier on, Havel. Why? Where were you at? Where were you at?
I'm not gonna.
Pretty sure we're all still in the fucking penthouse.
Yeah.
Alright, so we got envelope. You fucking here. You fucking here. We got envelope. We got a flight tomorrow. We got guy who should die. He'd encrypt the chip. He encrypted the chip. We had mission from him. We get him. We get him de-encrypt the chip. Or we fucking pow. Big whole cup size back ahead.
But
And then we get in
go
touch with
encrypt
NASA.
him. That's assuming NASA doesn't just, pow, big hole, front of face.
Isn't the guy who slipped into this apartment, doesn't he work for NASA?
No, other way around, I think. I'm pretty sure the guy that stole the information worked for NASA. He stole it from NASA. And he's working alongside this Asian guy to try and get it to the ESA. That's why he's paying for us to go up and finish the mission.
So basically what Tetsuo is suggesting in his broken English is we find the guy who gave us the mission in Blowtorch Bar. Because he encrypted the data, or at least have some leads in that regard. We find him, we get him to decrypt the data under threat of his life. We copy that data and have a store of it. That's our backup plan. We have a copy of the decrypted data from the chip that's also valuable. And then
Don't we have the name of the kid who encrypted it in the first place, not the guy who paid to have it encrypted?
If we don't have that name, we can get it from the guy, but that's the point. But if we can get it decrypted for a large amount of money on loan, we can make a hard copy of that, and we can get in touch with NASA on loan. I don't know.
We give the chip to both sides for money?
Well, no, we get in touch with NASA. We tell them there's we can lead them to a meet with the ESA. Oh, sorry, we can lead them to a contact with ESA. Basically, we set up with NASA to do a sting operation on the ESA. We meet up with the ESA to give them the data. NASA does the sting, busts them, locks them up. We get paid from all three parties, and we have a copy of the data. That's what Tetsuo was suggesting in his broken English.
Well, wouldn't that mean we're still giving them the data?
Yeah, but we'll get paid for them for doing it because we'll meet them, we'll get paid, we'll give them the data. NASA will do the sting operation, bust them, we'll get paid from NASA for doing that.
Can't they? I don't know. Once they have the data, it's kind of not going to stay there.
Pardon?
I'm sure they have a way to transport the data the moment we give it to them.
Yeah, but we'll that's why we get it decrypted before all this happens. Then we have a copy of it, a hard copy of it, decrypted, back at home base. And then when we meet up with the ESA for our money, we leave one person back home. They transfer the funds the second we get paid. The sting operation occurs. We call in the sting operation, rather. And then after it's all over and done with, we get paid from NASA for the sting operation. And then we have the data back at home. We call it having our cake and eating it while getting someone else to make you a bigger, better cake. Plan.
How about we never decrypt it in the first place and we fucking lie about that?
Well, then we don't have it, that though, because we're not decrypting it to tell them we have it. We decrypt it to not tell them we have it, just so we have all that really important information. Then we have that information to sell on to whoever we want to afterwards, or use it for our own benevolent means. The whole point of decrypting it beforehand is so that we have that for afterwards. So that if everything else goes tits up, we can still sell on that information for a sizable sum that's far more than $500,000.
Well,
basically, the second we decrypt that, we have something that's worth far more than $500,000, regardless of what we do from there on out.
But from that point on, we're just 5 people against many corporations with a lot more people than us.
That's the beauty of it. We're not going to be facing a single corporation. We'd be getting the corporations to face off against each other.
I don't know, after a certain point, they would just be able to kill us. I'm trying to figure out what that point is.
Well, as far as you guys can tell as a party, the information is located only on this data chip. So what you know is that this data chip has been encrypted to the point where even some of the best tech people that you've run through weren't able to crack it. And it's not something that anyone else has. So whoever holds the chip, whoever holds the data, holds the leverage.
Oh, I got an idea. This got some fucking head implants. Anything for chips. No one? I'm surprised. Or I guess you already know what I'm thinking of.
No, I have no idea what you're thinking.
Well, that chip we have, that can be stolen. But, we put all the data in someone's head, well, that can only be destroyed.
Or cut off.
What we could do is we could find someone who can decrypt this. Someone who's a lot better than the text that we know. Perhaps the person who originally encrypted it. If we can find out who that was. And instead of making another copy, I can record the data that I see on the screen after it is decrypted. I have an implant that allows me to record visual data.
Oh.
And that way, I am the copy.
Then they'll take your head. And then everything will go tits up. I like it.
They can try.
Nah. This Tetsuo no like this. This is needless.
Tetsuo like kibble. Tetsuo get kibble.
Tetsuo cut your fucking head off.
Tetsuo no fight kibble there.
If we get recording in your head, then it only as bystander. We can if we can get in your head, we can get on chip. It's no extra hassle. No need risk your head.
Well, how about this? We fucking sell the chip, and we still have the data in her head.
What you say, ladyboy?
We sell the chip after it's decrypted, alright? But then we still have the data in her head.
Oh, we still have data anyway. We can sell the chip. We can get a copy. Make as many copies as you want.
You wouldn't want that though. You just want the one.
We make 300 copies.
300 copy, 300 company. All of them now pissed because
only matter we have data safe. We get data. We make safe. We have safe. We have money. More than $500,000. That all Tetsuo say. Or we can just go. We can go along. We make money. $100,000 each. That okay? Good money. All Tetsuo says we can make more.
Well, how about we have until tomorrow. We have until 4 p.m. tomorrow. We can see what we can do before then. If we make no ground, then there's no point hanging around. But we may as well try while we have it.
What say Pigman? He being very quiet.
Don't we only have a day?
Well, we may have day, but now is the day for speaking up. Over $500,000 on table. You broke just as broke as me. Apart from me got kibble bar. You got bag. Very nice bag. Very lovely actually. Tetsuo like know where you got a bag. But you broke just as me. Tam speak.
I mean, I guess if you're all in.
But what I mean is, what you got bring. You were working in the force. You must know someone.
You're asking a cop if he has any contacts with crime? Yeah, fair enough.
Some information in the Roll20 chat.
That's your techie speaking up, talking about as you guys are in the apartment sitting around discussing how to proceed. Your techie of the group speaks up.
3-5 days. That take too long.
Looks like we're going to space.
Well, we need if we find person who encrypt first place, we don't need 3-5 days. We make him do it day, or we make him do it day.
It's like, I don't know, midnight, and we're supposed to leave tomorrow.
I think we should take this opportunity to get ready for the shit fest that is going to be tomorrow.
So what you say is we go in this no plan. We just go on spaceship, make $100,000.
I'm saying we make plan now, knowing that we won't have long to enact on that plan tomorrow.
Well, we got few hours. Least we can do is find the person who give us job. Last night, he owes $500. He didn't die. He made it through end night. We finished our contract. We got $1,000. He owes us $500. Let's go find him, get paid, then go space.
Well, we need perhaps a corporate contact would be much more helpful. All of us, or at least
Trauma
half
team
of
took
us.
him away. He's probably at one of their hospitals, one of their facilities.
I think it would also be a good idea to look up this company. The one that we have the business card for. We still need to find out who John Borks is.
From the business card from last time. You're looking at your journal handout.
Yeah.
So we got like what, 6 hours at least. We got a few hours to maybe get in touch with some people. We don't have much time at all. So if we're gonna meet up with more than one person, we're gonna have to split up and then try and get some sleep before tomorrow as well.
There's one thing that you guys haven't accounted for. The location of the departure.
So we need to check up Crystal Palace Orbital Station.
We need to go to the
Once,
Mojave Field.
once you guys go ahead that are present, make a intelligence check.
We lose.
Ah, shit.
Well, the guy that's not even here is carrying your asses.
Alright.
We're used to Falhammer doing that.
Yeah.
Arona Nanai speaks up and indicates, guys, if we're supposed to leave out of Mojave Aerospaceport tomorrow, we have to get there. We're in Night City.
We need a ride. We need a fast one.
So how long will it take us to get from here to there?
Well, there's a few options. I mean, one, you got to have enough room for everybody if you're going to go by land. So finding transport, hiring transport, something to that effect. The other option would be to... Now, there's no direct service from Night City International to Mojave. However, there is a connecting flight via Los Angeles International, LAX. So you could take a flight from Night City to LAX and then another flight from LAX to Mojave. Now, the flights themselves won't be long. They'll be up and down, really.
But we still need to get in there. I'm guessing all this money is only for the Crystal Palace, I think it was. So we have no money except what we have now.
Tetsuo has his bike.
One bike, 5 people. Unless we do some real stupid shit.
You figure if you were to drive, it would take probably 4. Now, keep in mind that the roads aren't just your,
roads
very
not safe.
Yeah, well, I mean, you can take the roads, but they are not always safe, and they're not always very well maintained. So it's not like you're able to be on the Autobahn going 90, 100 miles an hour. Typically, you're going about half the speed of traditional highway travel, so anywhere, 40, 50 miles an hour.
If we gonna survive road, we all go road. If not, then I guess we just fly. We got money, we just do it. If there's no time, we go.
Figure it's a 5.5 or 6 hour drive directly.
Let's steal a bus. Hold it up and just take it.
We also need to decide if we're all going up or if somebody is maybe staying behind.
You're all gonna go.
Oh.
There's no fun for anyone left behind.
I don't like planes.
Yes, you do.
No.
Yeah.
There's no plane, this rocket ship, pow, in the sky.
Well, that's even worse than a plane.
Rocket to a plane.
It go rap, 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 ha.
Oh,
But that is one thing you guys do need to keep in mind is you're going to have to clear, if you're going to fly, you're going to have to clear airport security. Even if you drive directly, you're still going to have to clear security and customs at the spaceport. Going from Night City to Los Angeles to Mojave, those are domestic flights. But if you're going from Mojave to lunar orbit, or up in orbit, that is an international departure and subject to customs and having your identification.
Hi. What about Tetsuo's machete?
Yeah, you might want to consider weapons. Traveling with weapons.
Will Tetsuo
driving
be able to take his machete?
versus.
Yeah, what weapons will we be able to take on the plane, or at least take with us through customs, or get shipped over with us as we fly, type thing, or.
well.
So you know that it's fairly common knowledge that airplanes are. Let's just say there's no security on airplanes. There is no. I mean, there might be air marshals, but they're typically on important flights. For the most part, you're up to your own security on the plane. On domestic flights, there are people carry weapons on.
So we can take our guns and stuff.
On the domestic flights, it's more common to, depending on who you're flying with, they may restrict the caliber size. They may say, no certain types of weapons, or if certain types of weapons have to be disabled, broken down, put a trigger lock on, stowed in cargo, that sort of thing. Basically, checking your weapons is acceptable. They know that people will bring sidearms and possibly smaller concealable submachine guns. And it's really kind of, up to everyone to police themselves. Like they're going to restrict people carrying assault rifles, but they're not going to mess with every single passenger getting on board with a sidearm. Now, going to space, you guys have never been to space, I imagine. Possibly. I don't know. I don't know if anybody's had that experience or not in your character background. Typically not, though, because a ticket to space starts at like $2,000 or $3,000 in that ballpark and goes up from there. So it's pretty rare for people to have space experience unless they're vastly wealthy or corporate and have a corporate reason to go. You guys probably have flown domestic flights, possibly international flights. Most likely, I guess, international flights based on your character backgrounds. But so you know that there's kind of a variety, an array of security procedures depending on whether it's international, domestic, which carrier, which flight it is. So, but in your experience, you don't really know the guidelines that go into space. You've heard that it's a lot stricter. But without reaching out, I mean, if you want to do a library search and look it up, look up the regulations and stuff, you certainly could. But personal experience is just really limited to anecdotal understanding, and it's stricter and perhaps more restricted.
I have a question. To get there, you said it would take like 5.5 hours by driving or something like that. Is that correct?
Yep.
And
as long
and that means
provided you have encounters or breakdown or whatever.
And our flight is tomorrow. Our flight gets to the place we're driving to, so we just set off driving just now. We can get there early.
That's possible. Yep. The flight departs at 4:00. You probably that departs from Mojave at 4:00. You're probably going to want to be checked in at the spaceport by 2:00. Give yourself 2 hours to get through customs and security at the airport
or
spaceport.
So here's our options. We either rent or steal a van or bus and all head over there with all of our effects and paraphernalia, or we just take these free tickets and go to the air. Yeah. What do you guys say?
Or we could use our streetwise and use our contacts and see if someone has a temporary ride of some kind through ill-obtained connections. I'm not sure.
I might be able to.
Tetsuo?
Yes.
What's your role?
I am a nomad.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I'm quite aware of that. More, the question I'm kind of pitching towards the group right now is more just not how we're going to do it. It's either A or B. Are we going to take the flights or are we going to take the road? We have free flights. We either take them. That's one scenario. Or there's B. We use the road, and there's multiple ways we can approach that. Multiple easy ways. No. But those are our two kind of main options.
No, we don't have free flights. We've got the free flights from this airport thing that we've got to get to, but we don't have free flights to get to that place.
Yeah.
So this motherfucker gave us tickets. So this this motherfucker gave us tickets that don't even go where we need to go. This fucking clown. No, I go back to the Ocean's 11 idea. I say we fuck this guy. Seriously, what a fucking troll.
He didn't even give us any
It's
money.
not even his money. It's his company's money. Those are prepaid for fucking tickets. He's just been a cunt. What a dickhead. He doesn't even give us tickets to where we need to go to.
So this is the alcohol talk.
I was wondering when you were going to pick up on that.
Yeah, I'm the bad guy. This motherfucker just gave us a ticket. It's like saying, yo guys, meet me in fucking New York, but I can only get you a fucking ticket to Morocco. But that's fine. Be there by tomorrow. Here's a ticket to Morocco. It's like, but you want me to go to New York, right? Yeah, but this ticket to Morocco is still good, and it's for tomorrow, so don't waste it. But be in New York by then.
Testing us, Cheeky. He's trying to see how well we are with adapting.
I say we fucking pop a cap in this bitch.
The kibble! Think of the kibble, you son of a bitch!
He fucking trolled us. It's not on.
Infinite kibble!
It's 5 tickets, 5 comp tickets into orbit. He's just leaving it up to you and how you get there.
Okay, yeah, that's true enough. It is the next part of the flight. Okay. Sweet. Okay.
I mean, you've got probably I don't know, where am I? I'm looking at a thing here. Probably $10,000 to $15,000 worth of orbital air tickets here.
So you can afford that, and you can afford to play as 500 grand, but you can't afford the extra couple hundreds. What a dick.
You're absolutely right.
Tetsuo say go road. Tetsuo no road. It might not be safe, but that's what Tetsuo know.
And I don't like planes.
Not planes. Rocket planes. Of which
Both.
you will get on anyway.
No,
Yeah?
We'll get to that bit next.
don't want
I hold out my hit of jazz and offer it to Sarah. This will calm you down.
it. Fuck you!
No, it won't. You're fucking lying.
Here, dear lady, take these combat stims. They much calming you.
Yeah, never mind the stimulant portion, right?
Yeah, just suck on the kibble. It'll be okay.
On that note, as we're all kind of kicking around this table in what I think might actually still be in the dark, I'm not sure if we got power restored or not. We're sitting around this table. Tetsuo hands out some of his kibble bars. In fact, I handed out a round last night as well, so I'll need to make sure I deduct them from my total.
I was like, what, 5 for each of us?
Well, 10 total of my 175.
Just fucking about with the guitar.
There we go. Kibble bar. It not much, but it do us through the day. Well, it's night time now, so I mean, actually, give me them back. I'll give you 5 in the morning. I just gave you some. I just gave you some like 10 minutes ago. Now that I think about it, so because it's still night time, it's not morning. So give me those 5 back. I'll give you 5
They're
more.
not gonna go bad in the fucking couple minutes rolling off.
Serafina quickly shovels the kibble bar into her mouth. Not mine.
Oh, just take it. Just take it from me, you goddamn barbarian.
And to think you didn't even get me a bomb, you bitch.
You were supposed to ask Aronan and I about that, actually.
I know, right? I mean, Aronan and I heard you could get me a bomb, but you're not even here. So I've got to sit here and go into the kitchens and make myself a bomb from there.
So, you wanna borrow my cell phone and call those natives of yours and, I don't know, arrange something?
How about sleep first? We should sleep first and get some rest.
No, they want to get on the road fast. If they want to get here in time, we're going to have to call them now. They're not going to be fucking happy. They're going to be pretty pissed off.
Give them the goddamn kibble.
Well, they're not exactly going to think about a fucking road trip for Kippo to be good fucking joy run. Think about it. Like what, 11? I'm talking like very English now.
So, we're driving there.
Hell
What?
yeah.
That seems to be the vote, Mr. Pigman.
I don't like planes.
So, Tetsuo, I guess, or, well, our options right now, I guess, are Sarah has gotten a favor from a nomad tribe she can call in, or I can just straight up just call my family. If we get my family involved, I'm not sure it's such a good idea. Those guys
Well, it's nomad
It's the
tribe.
same nomad tribe. Okay, so it's gonna be my family. Oh shit. Oh, fuck me. Okay.
Well,
Tetsuo's not. I'm not. Well, who's gonna call him? Is it gonna be Sarah or Tetsuo? I'm not sure. Tetsuo.
Who would they take it better from, me or you?
Probably me. But it might
Well
make.
then.
But you've got the favorite to call in. It might be better coming from you.
We could also.
That favor might come better later on.
Yeah, but we need to know.
We could also recruit the local gangs around here to get this done.
Well, they're not gonna. We don't have tickets for them.
No, but we do have some spare cash, and all we need is a ride.
What they gonna do?
Take us there.
They don't know the roads. You don't know what you go find. You don't know roads, ladyboy.
They talk to your goddamn family.
They eat you up with your fucking guitar.
You squint-eyed coward. Call your family, goddammit. And massage my dick while you do it.
Well, Tetsuo could call them, but I don't think they're gonna be very happy.
But if I call in my favor and they see that you're part of the party, and we're like, what the fuck are you doing, Tetsuo?
No, that'll be fine. They'll come, they'll sort it out. But if Tetsuo call them up at 11:30 at night, and they'll be pretty pissed off.
I haven't even thought about Rinko. Yeah, someone in there you could probably talk to. Someone in there you might miss.
Yeah.
Oh, well, there you go. Never mind. Excuse me and my compassion.
I could probably get a vehicle, but
We don't need no vehicles.
How about a decision? A decision would be nice.
I say
I don't know. I think that's asking a lot.
I say
I know, right?
Sarah calls up Seshwani. Seshwani. That's my sister, Seshwani. I know her name because
That's
that is
a character from League of Legends.
Seshwani?
Sejwani.
Who the fuck is Seshwani in League of Legends?
She's the girl who goes around on the bear.
I say Bacon Boy gives us a ride.
Well, Seshwani. Well, I say that Sarah calls up my sister, Seshwani.
Okay, fine. Let's do that.
There we go.
You want to know what your options are total?
No.
No, we made a decision now.
Oh, fine. I won't give you more then.
Yeah, please. We've come to. It's taken us this long to make one decision.
More options. We must have more options.
Right, so I'll call in my favorites in the Nomad family to see if they can take us to where we need to go.
We'll never leave this goddamn flat. Never.
All right, sir. You make this phone call. The phone's ringing, and there's a voice that picks up on the other end. It's a female, and she says, "Yeah, this is Tina."
Tina? Who the fuck's Tina?
It's funny.
Okay.
You're cursing to a little girl. Come on.
It's fine.
Tina, I need to speak to Sejwani. Is she there?
Yeah, she's in the can. Hang on a second.
Oh.
Sejwani, you got a call. You hear the toilet flush in the background, and within a few minutes, you hear this. Yeah. Sejwani here. What do you need?
Yo, it's Sarah. I need
Sarah,
a favor.
geez. Oh, you're always needing a favor. What can I do for you?
I need you. Now, this is probably going to be asking a lot, but I need you and your family to get me, your brother, and some of our companions to the Mojave field port.
Now, keeping in mind, Seshwani fucking hero worships me and is due Sarah a big favor.
You?
Well, how many people are we talking here total?
5.
No, double that. Double that so that when they get here, it's not a big deal.
10.
10.
10? Jesus Christ, I gotta get a bus?
Yes!
Tell her bring fucking fleet.
Tetsuo wants you to bring a fleet. But a bus will do.
Well, how many vehicles do we need? Can we get everyone into one, or do we need more than one vehicle?
Alright, but seriously, though, that's a lot of gas.
What sort of vehicles you got?
What sort of vehicles do you have? Do you have one that will fit 5 in it?
Yeah, we can send the van. It's armored. It'll get you there.
An armored van sounds quite good.
Yeah, something that'll sink in the mud.
When do you need it? And you just need to be dropped off?
Yeah, we just need to be there for 4 p.m. We don't need to ride back. Not yet, anyway.
You give me the phone. Say,
Okay, I hand the phone over to Tetsu.
say yo, Szechuani. You there? You hear me? Yo.
Tetsuo!
Yeah. Yo, your road no safe. You want to bring your brother on the road? We's 5 fucking idiots. You bring somebody over here with the van. A few people, 3-4 be fine. 1 van, 3-4 people. We get drop off. We send back. I give you Kibble Bar some money, and then we rendezvous some point later. You guys getting work over there, yeah?
You keep your Kibble Bar. Come on. I don't need that
not good
shit.
enough for you.
Listen, I send a driver with a van. It takes you to the spaceport. You owe me. You owe me big, both of you. You owe me together.
What you mean I fucking owe you? What you mean I fucking owe you?
I'll do this for you.
I over
but
here.
then you owe me.
No, you do that for her. I over here Night City looking for work for our family. I over here. I owe my fucking ass right now. I stay with a bunch of clowns in a fucking apartment. There's no power here.
Clowns?
There's no power here.
Don't
Not
you have
you.
my fucking
We sit
apartment?
here.
Well, how would you like to go on the
Listen,
fucking street then?
you-
Go to
no,
a
you-
fucking
you
hotel.
shut- so-
Fuck on the phone, you fucking retard.
So Tetsuo kind of walks over.
I
to the
walk
co-
out on the balcony.
Tetsuo kind of walks over to the corner of the room with the phone. There's an ex-pig here, a lady boy. I'm here trying to find work from our family. You say, "Oh, you? I am head of this family." You send 3 people, a van. We drop off. We go home. That's it. It's over. But you say, "Oh, you? Come on, Szechuani. How many fucking times did I die for you?"
0.
I can send 1 van with 1 driver.
And
You're not going to fit otherwise. You're not going to fit.
I say 3 people escort. You bring 3 fucking bikes.
I can send 2 people. You want bikes now? Come on.
Of course, the fucking state road is fucking day trip. This not 1995.
You'll be lucky to use the van if you keep this up.
Szechuani. 1 van, 2 people, bye. Why you gonna leave your brother on road alone? With these 5 fucking clowns, 4 clowns.
We'll be there. 8 a.m. You be ready.
We be there. You want
8
kill
a.m.
you better send those 2 bikes.
Don't keep him waiting.
They fucking. You better wait, Szechuani. You wait me. What my name, Szechuani?
Tetsuo. Listen,
Tetsuo hands the
you
phone back.
you be ready to go 8 a.m. We'll be there.
Thank you, Szechuani. We'll be ready.
Good.
Tell him to quit drinking. God, he's always so drunk. What the fuck?
I know.
Develop over the phone?
Okay, you guys be safe, huh? We'll see you. We'll send the driver. The driver will be there 8 o'clock in the morning.
Oh, send bomb.
No
Tetsuo
bomb.
wants a bomb.
You know send bomb. We have bomb.
I had burrito for lunch. I'll send him a bomb.
You dirty bitch. No one your signal.
She's not single.
Alright, you guys be safe. I gotta go.
Different sisters.
She hangs up the phone.
Okay, thank fuck for that. So that was haphazardly sorted.
Call her back.
I'm not calling her back.
Oh.
I can't believe she talked back to me. I had the family. She sit there like, can you believe this? Yo, Renko, you come back here, you listen to my story. Yo, can you believe this? She said,
I shut the door to the balcony.
She said, oh, you owe me. You owe me. What do you mean she says you owe me? What do you think she's seen? What she mean? Tetsuo, no one appreciate him.
Well, when you give her the 100 grand that you're gonna get, I bet she'll thank you then.
Oh, the 100 grand. I bet she wish you got 100 grand. 100 grand go on family. It go on supplies. We get a big bling shiny truck.
I know mine's going on home security.
The prettiest goddamn singer in this side of the planet.
I
try
to use my authority to get a car from the impound, from the police impound.
Morgan, you're thinking if Sarah was to complete $100,000 score, her thought would be buying a house, like even if it was in a moderate area, but like that would be almost enough to like buy a small place and get out of the shithole apartment that you've in. Now, mind you, the apartment you're in, you're grateful for. She'd be happy for, and it's better than a lot of places available. But having your own place outside of an apartment building would be pretty stellar too on the home front.
Now, there is one avenue we still have yet to discuss. Before we retire for the evening and prepare to meet my family for 8 o'clock, we can still set up a sting operation from NASA. We can still get in touch with NASA and tell them we can organize a meeting with their competitor, and they can sting operation that, capture the competitor and mind hack them to their heart's content. So we can technically make more money. That is still an option. But we don't have their phone number. We do have a fixer, and we could find their phone number. We get in touch with the person who hired us last night. Who, in fact, the very least we should do is find him, because he still owes us $500. He survived the night. He owes us $500.
I want to find more information about the names on the business card, but I don't know if we'll have enough time to do that.
Call the number. Ask miscellaneous questions.
Like what?
I don't know. Let's see what kind of business it is in the first place.
Did I not find that out yesterday when I was doing the search in the data bank thing?
I don't remember a damn thing. You probably did.
Actually, that's a point, Angler. What did Morgan find out last night of the data transfer?
On the data transfer?
You sound like exasperated as you pull up a bunch of notes being like, I have no fucking idea.
Yeah, pretty much. So I believe if you were looking for it, and I was trying to remember what exactly it was she was specifically looking up, but if it was the information located on the business card, the Concepts Unlimited is a business that caters to the wealthy. You were able to find that they provide luxury getaways for a variety of locations around the world, into space, to Mars, to the moon, as well as putting packages together for extreme experiences here on Earth. So the name on the Frank Harns is just as it says. You're able to come up with information. It looks like it checks out. He works for the company listed. His office is located actually on the Crystal Palace orbital station. It does. I mean, if you call, there's no answer after typical business hours, even condensed business hours. It's a message. The other information on the card. Frida Loaze. Somebody called that before previously, yes?
Not as far as I remember.
I can't remember, no.
I remember someone calling it, actually.
The person that called it, basically, if you're remembering, and you're free to call again if you want to explore it further. If you guys don't recall, perhaps your characters neither do.
What I'm thinking is we got a few hours to spend before the evening's over. We need to sleep. I think it'd be good for us to get Sarah to another data port. See if we can find out information about where that guy might be in case we want to get in touch with him. The guy that we were ordering last night, because he still owes us 500. He's contractually sort of obligated. We could technically go up to the Medi station and say that he is due us the contract and see what happens. But if we get Sarah to a data port, we can sort out that. And what's the other thing we need to do? There's another thing as well we can do at a data port.
Uh-oh.
Other than that, I got nothing.
If you were looking previously for information on John Borks, it came back empty. No profile, no like social profile, no job listing. It kind of like a ghost number, or I should say a ghost name. You can't connect it to anything specific. The number on the far left was, if you recall, that was the number that was a data transmission, or it was a net connection phone number, a number to a network, and that was to, I believe, if you guys check that out, to the a NASA database.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, the only thing that you would be able to do would be to connect again via that number and approach the database and try and crack into it.
Yeah, if that connects to NASA, I think that's a pretty important number. One would imagine, at least.
Would we need a netrunner to do that, or could we do that ourselves?
It's typically done with a netrunner profile, going with an interface skill.
God damn it, Felham.
Alright. Interface of 0. That's going to be very common.
Alright. Renko, get in here.
Bacon boy!
Trot up in here, Renko.
What do you need?
I want to ask every single one of you. How invested are we in this? Because if we are invested, we're going to have to pitch what little money we have left into a single fucking pool.
Hey man, keep that kibble coming and I don't give a shit what the hell we do next.
I'm serious, lady.
Yeah, I was just joking, yeah.
We got a ride coming here for tomorrow. We got a small amount of time. We don't have much money. I would quite like a bag, because Renko's bag looks very pretty. But other than that, we need our money. We need for fuel. Our family's not going to have all much covered. We need to figure out what else we're going to do tonight.
You figure it's going to take about a tank's worth, maybe a little less, to drive there in this van. If it's armored, it's going to be heavy on the fuel consumption. So could be €80 in gas to get a 6-hour drive.
And then they've got to get back as well, so we may as well comp them for that.
For shit. I'm sure a good number of us have some streetwise.
Wait.
Call the nearest gang and get them to recycle gas.
Are you talking about comp them? It my gas. That my fuel. It's mine.
Well, take your own bike.
I'll be taking my bike too, but that van, that's mine. That's my fuel. There's no recomp. You recomp someone. You give me money. You give me money.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but consumption is consumption, so
they'll need cash.
It's got to come from somewhere.
Don't be selfish.
Yeah, it come from somewhere, and you know where Tetsuo family fuel come from. It come from Tetsuo. That's why Tetsuo in that city. Well, you fools.
So then you give them the cash to go fill up the fucking petrol.
That's what I'm saying. I bloody will, whether I want to or not. Tetsuo don't want to, but that's what Tetsuo gonna have to do.
Well, fine. I won't recall. Okay, that's that sorted.
Yep.
What a dick.
Yeah, right, fat trick is...
I know, right? Tetsuo cover costs for fuel, and he a dickhead.
Oh, seriously though. Keep the cable coming, man.
I don't think we can do much before 8 a.m. If we have to be here and be ready, then we don't have time to really faff around and go all over the city.
Sleep is a good option right now.
Well, that sofa right there that Tetsuo had last night, that's Tetsuo's sofa. He paid rent for that sofa. Right, Sarah?
Yeah, fair enough. Tetsuo gets the sofa, the rest of you on the floor.
Yeah, sleep on
Hope you've got sleeping bags.
Pay rent next time, you filthy fucking animals.
You guys setting an alarm of some sorts?
Haha, I do have a sleeping bag. Yeah, cell phone alarm. You mean something to prevent those fuckers from climbing up?
No, like
Sneaking by?
What about the house alarm? I think wasn't Fellhammer looking to see if he could rig it up to get it power?
Yeah, that's covered. He's got that situated. He found a power supply so he can switch it over from one thing to another. He's got the alarm on the apartment covered. I was asking if you guys were setting an alarm for the morning to wake you.
Yeah. Cell phones usually have this type of shit.
And yep, and what time?
Honestly, 6 o'clock.
Yeah, give ourselves a couple of hours.
Okay. The night passes without any issues. There's a number of typical sounds throughout the night. You hear an AV4, AV6 go by on occasion overhead of the building. You hear some small arms fire that may awake you or you make notice of as you're shuffling to the restroom in a midnight piss. Again, the night passes for the most part uneventfully. The alarm rolls off at 6 o'clock in the morning. Everyone rolls out. Anybody looking to, again, do anything like last minute? I mean, just your typical morning, get ready, make some food, get dressed, take a shower, that sort of thing. If nobody has anything specific between the wake up and 8 a.m., the ride pulls up right on the money. The 8 o'clock hour flips over to zeros, and there's a honk down below. Burp, burp. It's kind of a deep honk, not like a little car, but something a little larger, like a truck or a van. And you guys are pretty much all set. You've had your time to gather your pack. Now think about how you would leave. You're going to be departing your home and makeshift crash pad residence, friend's place that you've been staying at, and you're going on an international trip, kind of out of the blue. In the last 12 hours, suddenly you are, instead of looking for something to eat in the cafe down the street, considering leaving not just the country, but the planet. You're leaving Earth and going halfway to the moon, to a man-made structure that, well, I mean, to be honest, it has good reviews. A lot of people pay a lot of money to go there and hang out there and vacation there and party there. There's a whole set of people that live there as service personnel and, common folk. People that work the jobs, work the front desk and do all the things that you normally would in a community. But you guys, on very short notice, are now preparing, after a fitful night's sleep, for departure from, again, not just the country, but the planet. Any last minute choices or requests, things that you may do or take care of prior to such an event?
I put my stuff in Renko's bag. Because I don't have my own bag.
I keep my stuff in my own bag.
Tetsuo's going to get a bag on the way. He's going to stop by a random shop when we're on the road, I guess, and see if we can pick up a bag somewhere. Other than that, the only thing Tetsuo wants to do is to make sure that his bike and saddlebag with a rifle is loaded into the back of the van to make sure it's not left behind.
Why don't you ride with us on the bike?
I was gonna, but there's no point in me wasting fuel on the bike while we're all both going. So I'll let them take care of my bike so it's not left behind anywhere. And my family in the van, or my tribe. These are my people, Hojo. I mean, no. What's your name? Shalaraman. Shalaraman. You hear me? This is my people. We show you how we live. None your city dweller. High rolling. Yeah. Fierce lashes.
Other than that, we're good.
I could not contain my laughter. You have no idea.
Yeah, I can't think of anything that I need.
Yeah, I just make sure all my stuff's in Renko's bag.
Angler.
All right. Well, with that, the van again. Beep beep.
No, Tetsuo's looking out the window. Do I see any of my either childhood friends or past life event friends or family, immediate family in the van, or is it just random tribe mates?
Well, at the moment, you can't see anyone because they're in the van. They're not outside of the van at all. They're inside the van. The van is running. There's some people across the street who are kind of paying attention, looking at the van, pointing it out, talking. But you don't see anyone that you recognize immediately offhand.
Alright, well, Tetsuo hangs out the window and slams his fist against the fire escape to make it rattle and goes something along the lines of, "Whoop whoop! Tetsuo will be coming in 5 minutes, hold up!"
You hear the engine rev, vroom, vroom, and then it just kind of idles. It just sits in idle. The person sits in idles for a few.
I'm gonna throw my bag into the back of the van.
Alright, fuckos, we go rolling up now. They're not sitting outside. We gotta go roll. Yep.
I usher everyone out of my flat and I make sure that security is tight before heading down.
Noted. Everything looks good. You lock everything up, and you guys depart down the stairs, down the 19 flights of stairs to the base or to the ground floor. Tetsuo, you mentioned you secured your motorcycle in the basement, or you're taking that with? You said.
At this point in time, I'm going to be greeting everyone who's in the van and taking it on a sort of assembly to find out who's over there, and instructing them to go fetch my bike and pull it into the back of the van to make sure we bring it along with us. And that way, it's not going to be left behind, and I can leave it with them for safekeeping if I don't need it.
Right on. As you get down to the van, you don't recognize the driver. It's someone that you recognize that they appear to be part of your group, but it's not someone that's family per se. They're must be like either new or someone that's been hired on as a friend of a friend, sort of a thing. It's not uncommon, but like as you said, a lot of your family's spread and scattered thin, so it's most likely a favor situation where it's not exactly your crew that are supplying the equipment and manpower, but drawing upon their resources and their knowledge and their connections for people that they know in the area.
So this isn't even my tribe. Is this what you're saying?
Correct.
Oh no. Alright, so who you be working for there?
Hey, my name's Dave. I work for the Debro clan, and we're actually out of Texas area, but they said that you guys needed a lift, and I was in the neighborhood, so they sent me on over.
Well, we need someone we can trust, yo, so you know who you'll be working for. You know who
Tetsuo. I've heard stories. I've heard stories of Tetsuo, and it's an honor. Let me tell you, it's an honor to be able to drive you and your friends to wherever you need to go. So Tetsuo, you just keep your head low if anything goes sideways, and I'll get us there one way or another.
Tetsuo kind of looks over the rest of the group as the guy's talking, giving a little nod, be like, "See you here? See you here?" There we go. He jumps into the back of the van and gets his stuff all packed away and getting ready for the road trip.
Now, with your bike in the back and your guys' gear, which isn't much, I mean, you bring just basically duffels, you're able to scare up some duffels. Sometime in the couple of hours you're up in the morning, each person is able to come up with some sort of a backpack or a duffel bag. Possibly in the stairwell, possibly in like the community storage area in the basement of the building. It's not new. It's not pretty. It might stink even a little, but it'll get you job done, and it's enough to get you where you need to go. Sure, you grab the best of what's available, but everybody's got something to carry. A few change of clothes, some gear, nothing large, you're not going to be breaking down and storing probably an AK-47 in what you have, unless it's something that you previously purchased and specifically have to carry that sort of thing.
And it's not long. It's not long into the trip before Tetsuo was telling people how to sort of pack your luggage accordingly and sleep while on the road in such a way that you can wake up and be in position in a firing spot to cover direct areas of the truck.
Now that's the thing with this vehicle. It's a reinforced cargo van, or conversion van, I should say. It has seats going back. It can comfortably carry 6 or 7 people. You can squeeze maybe 8 people in with the vehicle or with the motorcycle shoved in the back through the back doors. It's a real tight fit for the people that are in the way back. I mean, they're like they've got the bike right up on their stuff. You know, I mean, it's to maneuver around. They've got to really get over the bike, but it works.
You fit 2 bike in here easy. 2 bike here easy.
It's not the most comfortable ride, but it'll get you there. Without the bike, it'd be a lot more comfortable, but it takes up a bit of room. The van itself is again reinforced plates along the sides where the people sit, reinforced glass. There are portholes that you can shoot out along the back and along the sides. It's think along the lines of A-Team back in the day, the 1980s television show, the A-Team. The type of van that they might drive, but a little more beefed up.
Cyberpunk A-Team van. But yes, Tetsuo is sleeping in such a way that if he was to sort of drift off and then open back up his eyes, he'd just have to open up one of the portholes and he'd be looking at the back of the truck. He's just, other than that, he's just sitting there and kicking his feet up, enjoying the road. I should mention as well, in regards to his bike, the reason he wanted to pull his bike with us, in the car, is in Tetsuo's tribe, they treat their bikes and small vehicles a lot like you would horses. They'll sort of pull them along with them. And it's only to save fuel, but the image it gives off is very much that of carting around animals rather than vehicles.
Right on. Well noted. So you guys get loaded up in this van and head out of Night City. The highway goes southeast, and for the most part, the trip is uneventful. We'll not get too bogged down in any highway encounters, as you guys aren't really driving, and unless you want to roll for 1 or 2, see if you guys actually run across any issues.
I'm game for some random highway shenanigans. We've got hours to get there. I mean, I know if we do roll something, we'll probably end up missing the flight, but I mean, fuck it. We'll steal a ship if it fails. Let's go for it. Let's roll some highway shenanigans.
I'm going to play with my guitar.
Right on. A little live music in the back of the van as you're going. Let's take a look.
I played awfully. Let the next roll be high.
Boo! Boo! See, I like the music though. I like the music.
You keep Kibble coming. I keep playing.
Yeah, you get... It's morning now. You go get kibble from back, but take only 1, yo. Don't take piss.
Oh. Wait, why you keep piss?
Ah, you funny man.
1 second.
The fuck's Havel? Havel's been quiet as a motherfucker.
They're plotting to
That
have us all arrested.
Rolled a really
Bless
boring
you.
character.
What's so boring about your character, Havel?
He got the trait doesn't speak much.
Well, doesn't speak much at the start, but I mean, you're in a group of people that would be the group of people that pulls you out of that. So this would be like the only group of people who you do start to speak around more. You don't speak much to other people, but to us, you're in a group where you feel like you've kind of got to work. So we would be the people you do speak to. Because right now, face it or not, like it or not, have you've lost everything, and this little ragtag group of people on the road is the only family you got.
Pick up my phone and I text Saint's sister. Your brother is so annoying.
All right, so let's say if it's a 6-hour drive and you want to roll for some occurrences, we'll say we'll roll once for every 2 hours of travel for a total of 3 possible road occurrences. Why don't each of you, or at least 3 of you, or how many do we have? 4? We could even do 4.
Well, let's do 3, because then in the middle we can get the gas station or the petrol stop or something.
Someone give me a roll D100 within roll 20 /R space 1D100.
I think the first person to roll should be the guy who's driving. I think Angler, I think you should be the first person to roll as the driver.
Well, I was going to try and put it on you guys, make it your own fate, but if that's what you want, I can definitely roll and see where it comes up on the table.
Let's get you involved in this, so you're not just sitting there speaking constantly. Let's get a dice roll. How often do you get to roll a dice, Angler? That's not to try and kill us. Don't kill us.
That's not trying to kill us.
Don't kill us, Angler.
Ignore this motherfucker. Kill us. I dare you.
Don't crash. Do not crash.
Crash the van. Let us ride the bike.
So that's a 60. What does that mean? What we got, Angler?
Oh, whoops. Wrong tab.
Hello.
Did you hear me talking?
No.
Nope.
No?
All right. So press the wrong key. This damn push to talk. So
Oh.
here's the thing. I was just explaining to you, but that you didn't hear. You get to at what I'm trying to think back to at what point you guys didn't hear me beginning from. What was the last thing you heard me from?
We saw you roll and everything after that.
Yeah, since you've rolled that 60, we've heard nothing.
Well, god damn.
I was like wondering, I was thinking that that's been quite a long break. I should really say something.
Oh, man, I was
shit.
going on and on and on.
Oh,
And my fingers. So that's okay. I'll bring it back
it's
up.
Always better. It's always better
it's
the first time around. You gotta get back into the groove.
I'm back in the groove. So here's what happens. Your driver is motoring along on this 60 roll here. Your driver is motoring along, and he comes to a slow stop to this T section. And he looks to the left. And he looks to the right. And then he puts his arm on the seat next to him, and he looks behind you guys and like kind of looking in the mirror. And then he goes, well, this T section wasn't supposed to be here. Well, I must have got turned around a little bit. Hang on a second. And he pulls out a map. And it's not like a GPS, interface on the screen or like anything like that. It's just a old paper map. And he takes it out and he starts tracing his finger along the map. And he says, oh, god damn it, I must have got turned around off that one highway off yonder back in... Boy, I hope this didn't put us too far behind. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I gotta go left here. And he starts turning the wheel to the left, and he stops, and he goes, nope, gotta go right. Yep, gotta go right. That's if I go right, and then I get back over onto the way we gotta be. Shouldn't have put us too far out of the way, though. We'll get there. And he pulls the wheel hard to the right and guns the engine and gets it back up to speed. You notice that he's making his way across actually a dirt road back onto connect up to a paved road up ahead, and again takes a hard left and gets back up on the highway. He goes, yeah, that's good. We're on the right track again. You don't worry about that, okay? And you figure with the it might put you a good 25-30 minutes behind schedule, maybe a good 30 minutes out of the way. So you left at 8, maybe 8:15, 8:20, 8:15, we'll say, by the time you got out of the apartment, getting the motorcycle loaded up and whatnot. So you're right now looking at probably arriving to the spaceport around 2:45 or so. So this might put you back a little, at least on your time for getting through customs and getting through security at the spaceport.
Oh, that's
anybody else? Anybody else? So we've got two rolls to go. Who's taking the next one?
Oh, me. Yeah.
You guys are moving up this highway pretty good clip. He's trying to make up some lost time, and out of nowhere, this guy, you hear the van, the back right tire kind of and the whole van lurches to the side. Like, just totally everyone, like the motorcycle tries to tip over. Everybody gets tossed around a little bit, and he's got to make a drive check. Hang on a second. Let me get one of my NPC guys up here. We'll go with this guy.
What the fuck you doing?
Jesus Christ, there's oil all over the road back there. Somebody's got a goddamn oil slick they laid down.
Oh,
What?
shit!
What color oil? Yeah, black, yo, you fucking see it. Tetsuo is like holding and trying to support his bike. He was lying down beside his bike with a sort of a bit of paper over his face. But now after all the shuddering, the paper got shaken off and he's up. His legs are flailing in the air and he's trying to support his bike.
So driver Dave makes a driving check and he's able to recover the wheel. The car lurches side to side a little. The van lurches side to side, and within a matter of a few moments, he's able to correct the wheel and get it back up. He's on the shoulder of the highway, but he's able to get it back up and actually narrowly misses a wrecked vehicle along the shoulder. When this happens, there's a burst of small arms fire that comes out from the wrecked car, and it's really nothing even that's capable due to the extra plating on this van. It's nothing that's even capable to penetrate through the armor, but it's a burst of small machine gun and small pistol fire that just rattles off. And you can hear the bullets dinging off the armor and off the sides of the van. And it's just ping, ping, ding, 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 ding. And the driver's just like, God damn it, see, this is a road trap. See, those goddamn scavengers set up a trap back there and tried to get us. Anybody that came through there without an extra armor, they might have had some serious problems. And he just continues driving, doesn't even slow down. Says, yeah, if you guys got a time to keep, there's no point in stopping and dealing with that riffraff.
Keep low, keep go. Keep low, keep go.
Charlemagne ducks down, continues to play his guitar.
Someone else take the final roll for road encounter.